and welcome to the Sweaty the Farmer and the game design, where we clean the void of all space distortion pre-clippers. The weeds, man, they're everywhere. This is episode number 65. Crying with the void. I am the learning gamer, the Sweaty.
And I am Lucho the farmer. Thanks for joining us on this episode. This week, we chop it all down. Gone. No more.
Everything is gone. Chop all those weeds, man. Alright, first of all, I forgot. I almost forgot, man. What am I doing? Distracted. Oh, man. Okay. In the disclaimer, first sort of disclaimer before we start discussion and everything else, right? Yeah? You agree with me, Lucho? Yeah. The discussion here is based on our opinions and our own in-game experience. Everything that we say and show you here and everything that we discuss here can be scrutinized and judged by the eye of the internet. So if you have any feedback or comment, or if you disagree with us, you can put it down in the comments below if you're watching us on YouTube, or you can send it to any of our social media accounts, Twitter or email, and we will discuss it here in one of our episodes if we like your opinion or not. So in the docket we have this episode: remove free-to-play players from Crucible in Destiny 2, Warframe content review of 2020 by Teorak, which is, I don't know, a community dude, I guess.
Yeah.
A random dude. And finally, is tanking a hellish experience in World of Warcraft Shadowlands? So, day one free-to-play is gone from Destiny 2. In general, I saw some comments that it was like, in general, please, Bungie, stop free-to-play. That they haven't helped them. What is the main problem in Crucible?
Apparently, I mean, I don't know what the main problem is, but from what I could read from this, and I think I've asked the Cross or some other big content creator release like a 10-minute video arguing for something similar, and it's basically cheaters. Apparently Crucible is unplayable because the anti-cheat software from Bungie is just trash.
Does not surprise me.
It doesn't surprise me. But I've seen rising these requests for basically like do something for Bungie to do something about all the cheating in Crucible.
Yeah, either polish the cheating, his anti-cheat stuff, or remove free-to-play players, because if you get banned for cheating in one of these free-to-player accounts, would you simply just go and open a new one? In there you go again. So it's virtually impossible to stop unless your cheating software is super good and they catch these players so fast that it's not worth it for them to go through the process and level up a new free-to-play account.
Which is not impossible, apparently, because I have heard people praising, for example, Valorant's anti-cheat, which is very aggressive.
Very aggressive, yeah. To clarify that.
But dude, it is a competitive free-to-play game. I don't know what to tell you.
That's the price to play.
The whole cheat, at least for Valorant, it is free-to-play, and it's a competitive.
Yeah. So or anti-cheat is reading your CPU instructions. Yeah.
It is fucking aggressive. It is.
Yeah,
very
it is. It is very, very.
But I guess that's the price that you pay for a free-to-play game.
Yeah.
Competitive.
I agree.
So Bungie either does that or either takes the CS:GO or Call of Duty approach of basically splitting the player base. Basically, you have two different queues.
Yeah.
For free-to-play people
and for normal
and paying people.
Yeah, correct.
Basically, if you are on the premium tier, you only queue up with them, like with other people paying, and if you're free to play, you only queue up with free to play people. Or what some people are arguing on Reddit, just
remove free to play.
Don't let people. It's not remove free to play. It's don't let people on the free to play site to play Crucible.
I think if I was Bungie, I'd probably take the middle ground. Just let them play a playlist of Crucible. You know what I mean?
But how? With different queues or just the same queue?
I know, but the thing is, like, the solution is it has to be the most simplest solution because people in Bungie are lazy ass. So
the problem is that with cheating, no simple solution is gonna work.
That is true. I think what I will do if I was doing the most lazy ass solution was probably give these free to players access to one rotating activity in Crucible. Like a feature weekly activity or something like that. And that will be the space that I put them. So they can experience Crucible if they're free to play.
I have a counter argument for that.
All right.
One of the main selling points for Destiny 2 is PvP.
Fair enough. Yeah.
So, like if you think about, like, I'm not like this is not my position. I'm just thinking like from a business perspective.
Correct. Yeah.
If you know that one of your main drivers for engaging, especially, or like keep people playing the game, is PvP, not getting the exposure to PvP from for the free players.
It's
gonna hurt how much money you're bringing to it.
All right, fair enough.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because again, the whole free to play game is a game about numbers. Like, you expose as much people as possible to the thing.
So
and
a
percentage of those people will end up investing money.
Correct. Yes.
And all I'm arguing is one of the big main selling points of Destiny is the PvP.
Yeah.
So I think it may be too risky to either remove the free to play players from Crucible, or restrict them to like a rotating list that is not really Crucible.
Correct. So
because this is let me say something else before you. That's something else that some people were arguing for. It's like, just give them mayhem, and who cares if they shit in mayhem.
Correct.
But again, that's kind of hurting your own selling pitch.
Yeah, I get you. Yeah, that is the PvP experience in Destiny.
Because even if we were not like super engaged with PvP in Destiny 2, it is one of the main selling points of the game.
Correct.
So I don't know. I see where people are coming from. I don't think it's a smart business idea, but I don't know. I could be wrong. I'm just speculating.
Well, the playlist thing is interesting. It's kind of a similar idea of the cheating island in Fall Guys. Remember that?
You mean having different queues?
Yeah, having different queues. Yeah.
Yeah, which is a CS:GO approach, basically.
Yeah.
The different queues is an interesting compromise in the middle.
Yeah.
And I can see, I would be on for that if Destiny 2 expansions were not so freaking overpriced.
All right. Why is the correlation between those?
It's too much. It's $40 every year plus the stupid things that you need to buy the season.
The 3 seasons, which is $15 per season.
It's $60 per year.
Yeah, basically.
I don't know if I'm down for that for Destiny 2. I think that's too much.
Yeah.
For a quote unquote free to play, like for the premium of a free to play game.
Yeah.
It's too much. Like that markup for me removes, and I have said this before, that I disagree with the model, and I disagree with the pricing of the model that Destiny is taking. But like basically the separated queues, it's telling people, oh, you want to play one of the core parts of the game
in a better environment, just pay. Yeah.
Either on a better environment or just being able to play it, or whatever of those options are, or just for the price, it doesn't sit well for me.
Yeah, maybe the healthier solution will be the super aggressive anti-cheat.
I part of me thinks that they should, like Bungie should bite the bullet, put a lot of money into good
Anti-cheat. Yeah, I agree with you.
That's what I think they should do. Do I believe they're gonna do that? Probably not.
Yeah.
It's a lot of time.
Correct.
So,
but that seems the correct answer, like bite the bullet, because the integrity of a lot of free-to-play games.
That is the correct answer if you wanna stay truly free-to-play.
Yeah.
Valorant, like, for example.
Yeah. Correct.
Otherwise, like if you're not willing to go that way, then you accept your Team Fortress 2 fate.
Yeah. Team Fortress.
I mean, Team Fortress 2 is a fun game, but it's riddled with
cheats. Yeah, it's insane. But nobody cares.
It's insane.
Yeah.
Nobody cares.
Yeah, correct.
But the people, like the people at Bungie and the Destiny players do care about that.
Correct.
So, I don't know. It seems like a crapshoot, to be honest. Or it seems like, again, the separate queue, it could work, just not for that price for me.
Yeah, that's right.
I just put myself in the shoes of a player who's saying, okay, I want to play this thing too.
Yeah.
Like, okay, I'm enjoying it. I like to PvP. That's my thing.
Yeah.
Oh shit. I can't, or I'm in this super toxic
environment.
Environment, and the only solution
is to pay a bunch of money.
Is to down at least $40.
Yeah.
Every new expansion, which is like a bi-yearly thing.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, it sounds awful.
It sounds awful.
It sounds awful. Yeah.
Half the price, I can say maybe. But it's $40. Like, for that. Like, you're not getting a game, you know?
No. You're getting a piece of the game, kind of.
Yeah. But that's... You can get really good full games for less than $40.
Correct. Good experience for $40. You can go and play Valorant if you want PvP and you have no cheaters. There we go.
It just... I don't know. I don't know. It just...
Yeah.
I really get where people are coming from. But I think they're requesting it more with how they feel out the game than would be like rather than thinking out what would make sense for Bungie.
Yeah. Well, will the future, will the crossplay thing that is coming will make this situation worse, I think.
Oh, it will make it way worse.
Yeah.
The crossplay, like any problem that the PC PvP scene has is gonna be amplified by the crossplay.
Yeah.
Absolutely, to the roof. Because if it feels unfair and you're playing like in a mouse and keyboard, imagine how unfair it's gonna feel if you're not controlled.
Jesus, yeah.
like, no matter how much you increase the recoil of the weapon.
Yeah.
Like, it is just like physically it reacts better the game with mouse and keyboard.
Yep. It's gonna be a shit show. There's people suggesting that this account should have phone verification systems or double checks.
Something. Yeah. That double verification. Something around those lines could work.
Yeah.
Or at least alleviate the problem a little.
Yeah. The question is, does Bungie gonna do anything? Or Betty's probably not.
I think they have bigger problems.
They have a lot of
problems.
we keep talking about the million of games the million of problems that this game has every time here in the podcast.
I just brought this up because I saw like a race on people complaining about this, and I think it was exacerbated by the fact that they announced the cross-platform thing, and
of course,
and console players are. I feel like they're scared of
everything.
of everything. Of people playing on computers.
Yeah.
I mean, it just like it's just a better platform.
Correct.
So
I don't know. Bungie has so many problems with this game. I insist. I see more and more of these problems, and I'm still thinking back into your statement of they should have just like shut it down and made Destiny 3.
They should. It had too many problems from the beginning.
Yeah. Oh my god. Yeah. This like all these problems should be much more better if they just like reboot this, organize the engine to be prepared for rotations of content, organize the engine to be more efficient,
or organize the basic design of the game.
Yeah, organize the basic design to be more open-ended and more MMO-ish as they wanted to be.
More MMO-ish, more rotational content.
Yeah.
Because the game was definitely not designed for rotating content.
Clearly, Destiny it's fine. Clearly, Destiny as it was designed for big expansion, yearly
it was
content. That's it. That's what it was designed for. With the small, like it was designed for. It was designed for the original design of Activision, which was big yearly expansion with 2 small expansions in the year. That was what it was designed for. So yeah. And they are fighting against a game that doesn't want any nonsense about the dating and seasons.
They're fighting against the grain of the game.
Yeah, correct.
And that's just gonna burn them at the end.
Yeah. Where the game became too bloated because it wasn't designed for the game became too bloated when they started to transition to yearly and season content.
Yeah, because the game again, because what you just said, the game was not designed for seasonal content.
Correct.
That like 4 big releases of content a year, it's too much.
It was too much. Yeah.
Rarely any game, like no game can really handle that.
Yeah. Where the original design was 2 bigger releases in a year and nothing else.
Yeah.
Man, they should have just do Destiny 3 as they wanted to do it. And make it free to play from the beginning and do all this. Like the thing is for me as a developer, I will think about like I prefer to put it down, man, or put it in a slow cook while I do the other thing. Because transforming Destiny 2 into the game that Bungie wants it, where it's a free-to-play game with quick rotations, with quick pace of content, for recurring free-to-play spending, man, The game was designed for the reality of life. It's like a chair wasn't designed to be a chair wasn't designed to be a ladder. And then trying to make it work as one.
It was clearly not, like, you can see it in all the places.
Yeah.
Like the way that the story is delivered, it wasn't designed to receive seasonal content. The way that cosmetics work.
Yeah.
It wasn't designed to receive a huge load of cosmetics.
Correct.
For example, like by design, it was only made to, you will have a couple of ornaments on specific weapons.
Yeah.
And maybe some changing colors from time to time.
And I think Bungie is gonna definitely suffer for being lukewarm with Destiny 2.
Oh, they will. They are. They've been getting a lot of hate the last couple of months.
Yeah. A lot of backlash and hate. Like, for being lukewarm, for not taking a stand, for not transforming the game as we did expect more transformational content. From the beginning, when they separated from Activision and they start this long road to become like a free-to-play on Standby, we expected a fundamental change on the basis of the game. Because we thought at the moment that the game as it was wouldn't support a rotation. And now we're seeing the consequences. We're probably
now we're seeing that it doesn't.
Yeah. Problems with sunsetting, people having problems with cheating, people having problems with free-to-play angles, people having problems with fundamental bonds of Destiny, which are bounties, the design of the classes to be super strict. All these things that we say that Bungie should have changed.
They're trying to patch now.
What?
That's the problem. They're trying to patch these problems.
Yeah, they're trying to patch.
But the water is leaking all over the place.
Yeah. It's like, no, this wasn't designed for that. Like, you have an elephant and you need a tiger, and you're trying to patch an elephant into a tiger.
it just wasn't designed for it.
So yeah, I more and more agree with your statement, Lucho, of just burn Destiny 2 and build Destiny 3. I think the plan for me will probably be like having Destiny 2 in live support for at least a year and a half while you build Destiny 3.
I mean, the ideal scenario will be that they pull off 14 kind of revival.
They do a Realm Reborn Destiny 2?
I mean, not Realm, but like that kind of thing. That's the ideal scenario.
Yeah.
They are working on Destiny 2 Reborn, or like Destiny 3. Call it whatever you want.
Whatever you call it. Destiny Reborn. Something like that, yeah.
They'll keep Destiny 2 on live support with like still some content here and there.
Yeah, with the seasonal
they will just
the big things.
Burn it at the end, like send it down with a boom.
Yeah.
And they have to be upfront. Like they have, if that's the plan, they have to say it.
Yeah,
they cannot keep it like. They have to tell people what's going on.
Yeah. Man,
because that was in part what was successful about the 14 thing, that they were upfront about telling people, like when Joshua came to the game, he said, okay, we're basically putting this on standby and we're working on this other thing.
Yeah, we're burning it all down, don't worry about it.
It's gonna be fine.
Yeah. Your fans are gonna be fine. Just let us burn it down and we'll grow something better. Basically.
but if Bungie wants to pull that off, they have to be upfront.
I thought they were gonna. I like sincerely, I thought they were gonna do it with Beyond Night. I thought they were gonna like
I think
change fundamentals with the Beyond Night, but things like they have to do it like they have to be radical enough. Like the only thing that realistically changed in Destiny 2 was we have a new class, which is a template for what the rest of the class should be.
Yeah.
And that's it. The rest we remove a bunch of content. We didn't put like neither the 10% of the content that we removed. Yeah, you did all these optimizations because you remove all the content, and that is true that we have less bugs on the game and that sort of stuff. And the game is running a little bit better, but it's not enough. It's not enough. It's not enough.
It's not what the game needs.
Yeah, it's not what the game needs. You need to be radical about it. You need to be radical about it and be honest about it. I think that's the
I mean, more than being radical, just need to take a clear stand.
Yeah.
That was the whole problem that we predicted from the beginning.
Yeah, it's like we need Bungie to sit us down and tell us, all right, this is what we're gonna do with the game. This is the end goal of the game. How long are we gonna take? This amount of time. This is the system we're gonna remove. There we go. How much time is gonna take? This amount of time. That's it. And then we're gonna say, cool. See you when all this is out. For at least for us as players, because we already know what we care about Destiny. And trust the people, they guarantee that when all that is out, the people are gonna come back because it's gonna be better. And I 100% guarantee that if that's what Bungie is gonna do, we are gonna come back to play Destiny 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, if they tell us like, oh, we're gonna bring customizations, all the other things in order, we're gonna scrap the bounty system, replace it with something else. We're gonna be better with the content. We're gonna manage Sunsetting properly. Because Destiny 2 have good things, like the seasonal teams are good, are fun, are a fun activity, but everything else that surrounds them is crap.
We're not saying that they cannot design something like clearly the people at Bungie know how to design good stuff. It's just that they're being hindered by Destiny 2, by just forcing themselves to shoehorn these new ideas into this Destiny 2 model.
Yeah.
That it's not designed for that. So they're just hitting themselves on the kneecaps. Yeah. That's all. They can clearly design interesting stuff.
Yeah, I like the lore and the narrative of the game. It's like they can do a good job. They can do good designs in weapons. You have good idea for classes and that sort of stuff, but
they are perfectly competent game developers.
Yes.
It's just that they're trying again to shoehorn something into a place where it doesn't belong.
Yeah.
And like no matter how good you are, that's always gonna be a fight against the flow of things.
Yeah.
Which I don't think is worth fighting. It just
yeah. It's like if you need something new, just build it something new that you need for what you're trying to do.
I mean, it is not worth, like you're getting a lot of shit on the internet.
Yeah.
People are just crapping all over your work. That's disheartening. It's not working. The numbers are not looking good. You're gonna get, like, you as a developer are gonna get burned out of that. So.
Of course, absolutely. Man, you know, I this week I opened Destiny 2.
Did you?
I opened Destiny 2 because they're gonna discount the tokens.
The premium currency or what?
No. The Crucible tokens.
Okay.
The currency that you accumulate, so you can buy like random engrams from the vendors. They're gonna remove that system from the Crucible and Iron Banner. Okay. So that's a good move. They're changing the system of rewards. Good job, Bungie. It was an antiquated model that unnecessary to have a currency for doing something that you can already keep track on the same vendor. And I opened it for that. And I material my stuff, and I watch all my characters, and it's like, oh yeah, I live in the middle of like a power grind. And I was like, I wish I could play this game more, but it's pointless at this point. That was not a good feeling. It was like, I want to play more of this game, but why? Yeah. Where everything is shit. That's why I opened Destiny this week. It was sad.
It is.
It is sad. Man, I hope that in a year's time we'll be saying a good story of Bungie. Either it is that they fail in the transformation or they succeed in the transformation.
Yeah.
But something's gonna happen with this game.
That's what we all want.
Yeah.
Something
My question
to
is, how long can this be sustained?
That I don't know. That's really hard to tell.
That's my question actually. How long can this be? This messy experiment mutation can be sustained. Anyways,
that was really, really hard to tell.
in conclusion, I don't know. Bungie, do better. We still believe in you, but please do better.
Yeah.
All right, so what about the Warframe content review? You sent me this thing, and it was like, wow, this is very comprehensive.
It is. I was navigating through Warframe's Reddit page, and I found this. Apparently, someone did I think it's one of the main contributors to like the Warframe Reddit and stuff like that. And he apparently designed this. What is the name? I forgot. Survey. Yeah. And he got a lot of people from big content creators to advertise it on their platforms, and it got a good chunk of answers.
Yeah, I got a good sample size of collecting around 2,000 response, around 2,000 legit response, because he did a lot of filtering of the players in that sort of stuff. So he did 12 questions in this, right?
Indeed.
Question 1: when did you start playing Warframe?
We can do it, and we can start seeing the results if you want.
Yeah. Let's go question by question. All right. Let's check it out. Question 1: when did you start playing Warframe? Let's see. 12/12 closing beta, 4%, of course. 2013 big explosion, 15.8%. 2014, 12%. 2015, 12.7%. When did we jump in? 2017 was it?
I think it was 2017. Yeah.
2016, 14%, 2017, 13%, 2018, big chunk, 14.5%. And then 2019, 7%. Wow, that's low. And 2020, 5%.
2019 was a very low. It was the year of the drought.
Yeah.
Basically.
And 2020, 5%? Even with demos?
Yeah. Also, I mean, newish players usually don't engage as much with this kind of stuff.
Correct. That's the caveat.
Older-ish players.
Yeah, that's the caveat here. That's why we're seeing big lot of at least a year-old, 2-year-old players.
That we just still see 2013 people
playing. Yeah, that's a lot of time playing Warframe.
not only playing, but you keep up with the community.
Yeah. All right, what platform Warframe is most played on? PC with 86.5%. I wonder if is it playing Warframe with controllers uncomfortable?
I haven't tried.
I wonder, because you need to press a lot of buttons while you're playing Warframe in the PC at least. Especially for the movement core of the jumping and sliding.
I have heard that it's not that bad.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
Maybe Warframe is a premium PC game.
I mean, it had its origins on PC, so
Yeah.
I'm not surprised.
Yeah. How many days per month do you play Warframe? That's interesting. 0 to 1 day, 8%. 1 to 5 days, 11%. 5 to 10 days, 20%. Every other day, 30%. And every day, 30%, almost 30%. 29%. So the people who plays Warframe plays a lot of Warframe.
Yeah, pretty much.
Very much. That's the conclusion of that. That if you're engaged with the game, you play a lot of Warframe. They say it's a fun game. How long is your average play session? An hour? What? 19% is that? And a few minutes? It's like 2% less than that.
It's less than that.
An hour, 19%. 2 hours, 27%. More than 2 hours, 45.9%. Yeah, the sessions of Warframe generally.
Even though the moment-to-moment game is gameplay rules around like these fast-paced missions.
Yeah.
If you're gonna sit down and you have a goal in mind, it's gonna take a couple of hours.
Correct. Individually, if the gameplay is like fast-paced.
Yeah, but like if you say, okay, I wanna farm this frame.
All right, and then he has a small breakdown of.
He has a breakdown in Instagrams for these things. I don't think we have to.
Yeah, it's interesting graphics to check out. If you're interested to see this comprehensive thing, the link will be in the description if you're watching us on YouTube.
Yeah. It is basically like splitting the same, like the play times across the different. When did you start playing? And it looks very similar. It looks very regular.
Yeah.
It is interesting how you can see a decline. Like for example, when you do the breakdown, like all the breakdowns look like pretty much you play a lot. Like you play little at the beginning. Yeah. And little when you're a veteran, but you play a lot kind of in the middle of the grind.
Yeah.
It's basically all these graphs are showing you more or less.
Yeah. It makes sense.
It makes complete sense. If you're a veteran, you don't have that much content to show to go through.
Yeah.
So you play a little bit less. And if you're new, since you're basically plowing through the first couple of things that you have to do is not that motivating to go through. And you don't have any like real farms, quote unquote, to do.
Correct.
You don't have to sit down for hours. But when you're like in that zenith of being in the middle of the game where like all the options are open to you.
Yeah.
There is a lot of stuff that you can do.
Correct. So you you
end up playing a lot.
Of course, if you get to that point of the game, you clearly love the game, and then you smash it.
Yeah, but it's in that middle portion of the game where the game has the most to offer.
Yeah, correct. Yeah.
When you have like a lot of things to farm, you have I have all these frames to collect, I have all these arcanes to collect, I have I have to farm focus for my operator because that's not finished.
Yeah.
Like I have all these reputations to farm. I have all these mods to buy and acquire and like prime frames. So when you have all these things to do, you can put a lot of time into the game. You're like jumping around things and still progressing everything.
Yeah. Yeah, correct.
Which is an experience that you definitely don't get on the Tales of like if you're a very old player, then you kind of don't need to do that.
Yeah.
And if you're a very new player, you're still not there. The game's still kind of close.
Yeah.
For you.
Yeah. So yeah, Warframe opens like a flower just in the middle of the game. I will say that that's the point when you are finishing your star map. But I don't know how the existence of the open world, the open areas affect that flow of things.
It does, like, most of the you could like farm reputation on planes and Fortuna.
Yeah.
But it's not worth doing because you haven't unlocked all the quests. Because like some of the quests for those zones unlock after the main story quest.
Oh, I see. So you can go and visit and do things there, but it's not worth it 100%.
It's not worth spending the time there.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I see. Yeah.
You know?
Interesting. All right. So yeah. So it keeps that natural flow of that sentiment.
Yeah. So basically, the flow is kind of the same. The game still is directing you to open the star shirt. After that, like that directs you to play the main story quest. And while you have completed the War Within, that's kind of the spot where it opens all the things to you.
Yeah. Correct.
And that's kind of the spot where you start feeling that you need to put together builds, which means that you need to start farming for mods. At that point, you probably don't have all the frames.
Correct.
So that's one of the big drivers. When you get Operator, you have the full the focus thing at your disposal. That's a huge grind.
Yeah. We did, but I think we're perfect examples of that. We are considered veteran players of Warframe in this point, but we did play a lot of Warframe when we were in
that middle section where anything that you gives you progress.
Yeah, correct.
Like also when you reach that point is that you start looking like when you finish the star shirt is when the kind of that point where you start thinking, oh, it will be nice to get a prime frame.
Yes.
And that's okay. Now I need to farm relics, so you can go, and that's a good chunk of farming. Then you have to go and open the relics. That's more farming.
Yeah. And then you think like, I need a good frame for farming X and Y. So you go to the link of like super farm the frame that you're gonna use for these farms. And
you need the build, so you need to look at which mods you have.
Yeah.
You don't have some of the primes, so you have to wait for Barrow. That means you should be farming again prime parts for the
currency, for the ducats. Yeah, it's a huge spike in engagement in that middle part.
It is a huge spike in content that opens to you. Once you have your Operator, like for example, you can start doing Eidolon hunts to increase those. Like at that point, for example, it becomes useful to farm the open worlds.
Yeah.
Because you can do all the open world content.
Correct.
So that and those two, like just in between Plains of Eidolon and Fortuna, it's a massive amount of farming and a massive amount of content too. There are frames there that you have to farm as well.
Yeah.
There are exclusive mods. There is a lot of fishing and mining too, because you need the crafting materials for the Operator weapons.
Yeah.
It just at that point, just as soon as you get the War Within completed, the game just opens to you in an unprecedented way.
Correct. So that's why we see the majority of the parts in that. Charts make sense.
Sure. It's very interesting.
Yeah. Man, I wonder now. I'm wondering, like on that point now, I'm wondering, is like, how do you keep a player in that place? Infinite
you
content?
cannot.
You cannot, right?
No, and Warframe doesn't try to.
Yeah.
Like they have definitely. They have definitely taken a little bit the 14 philosophy of it's fine, you can come and check the new stuff.
Yeah.
And we'll offer you a chunk of content to farm through when the new stuff is out.
Yeah.
It will give you maybe a month or two of farming.
Yeah.
And that's okay.
Correct.
It's fine. Which is, for example, like Deimos. It came out if you play area or consistently for a couple of weeks, at that point you should finish it.
Yeah.
But that's fine. Like the game is not trying to keep you engaged at that level all the time.
Yeah, forever. Yeah. That is
also, they release a new prime. They release 3 new primes per year, which are like little spikes of engagement. Oh, new prime is out. So new relics are out. You go, you
farm your relics, farm your prime.
You either sell farms that you have accumulated for some platinum.
Yeah.
And buy the new guy, or you go and farm it for a little, and getting a new frame at the as soon as it is like 2 weeks after a new prime is released, for example. 2 weeks after is kind of the ideal time to start farming it. It's kind of 2 weeks of farming relics, and then after those 2 weeks, you'll find a lot of people running
the opening quest missions.
Opening missions, but like with full enhanced relics.
Yeah.
So and it will take you just a couple of runs. If everyone is running full enhanced relics, it'll take you
super
a
fast
couple of runs
to get the prime.
So that's again like 2 weeks of content, but that happens 3 times a year. You have like 3 new frames per year, and those usually come with like story pieces or big content releases.
Yeah.
So
cool.
So I don't think Warframe is trying to keep you in that high of
all the time. Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Of having a ton of content to all the
time. Yeah. All right. For the next question, which content update did you like most from 2020? All right. Warframe Revise. What is that? When was that?
It was a huge effort of balancing frames.
Okay. It was a balanced frame pass.
Yep.
As a content drop.
Yep.
All right. That has a good chunk, 25%. Operation Scarlet Spear, 14%. I did like that content.
I like Scarlet Spear a lot.
Yeah.
Even if people didn't.
Yeah, weird.
Just people don't like and there is a good chunk of the community that don't like Railjack.
Oh, fair enough. Sure. Railjack Revisit, 15%. Not that much. Glassmaker, which was a narrative inside the Nightwave, right?
Yep.
It
was basically a Nightwave.
Yeah. The Deadlock Protocol, 23.9.
That was a big event that came with the release of the new Corpus tileset.
Yeah.
And the renewed bosses for the Corpus.
Very, very popular.
It was very good. And it had a new mission type. The one that you have the little keys that you put into a pedestal that you have to defend.
Yep, correct. Yeah.
It's a very good mission.
Cool.
Like it a lot.
Then we have the Steel Pad, which not very popular. That's the hardcore version of Warframe, yep. which makes sense that it's not that much popular because it's something that
is not appealing to everyone.
Correct. Yeah, correct. And then we have the big winner of this year, of course, the Heart of Deimos.
It was a big content drop for 2020 by far.
34.7%, and then
and the story was very good.
Don't spoil me.
No, but the introductory quest.
The introductory, yes. Yes, absolutely, very, very good. Yes, that is correct. And the Night of Nabirius. Which content was that?
It was like a small event on the Heart of Deimos.
Okay.
It came with some weapons.
Okay. Deimos Arcana, another event, I imagine.
Yep.
Operation Orphix Venom.
That was an event. It was a Heart of Deimos event.
Yeah.
It dropped some updates on the new big mechas that you can drive around.
Yeah, yes.
So it was an event related to those mechas. I played the event actually for a while. It was very fun. I liked it.
Cool. So, of course, the top 3 was the Warframe Revisit thing, the Deadlock Protocol. So new pass balance to frames. new tile set on the Corpus faction, and then the big content drop. All that makes sense.
I mean, the just the Deadlock protocol, for example. Aside from the new tile set, it brought a new mission, it brought a new frame, and it revamped, for example, all the Corpus bosses. So it was a chunky piece of content to revisit.
Oh, okay. Interesting. Now we have the question 6. What do you like the least from 2020? And the big winner here that I want to just result is the Operation Scarlet Spear. Why didn't people like that piece of content? I really like it.
I love that operation. We played it a lot.
Yeah.
I find it really fun.
Yeah,
it is the
really
farming
like
that I like in Warframe. It's just people don't like Railed.
That's it. That's what killed it.
That's it. I love the operation. It was fun.
Yeah.
I had a lot of fun. Like I like the thing that you could have. And it was also time gated. So the operation itself a problem. Like this 2-hour cycle time gating thing.
Yeah.
Was problematic for some people. But I really enjoyed like that you have this 2-hour window to the thing, and that if you were to finish fast, you were just free. It's done. And you have like this competition for points and the leaderboards. It was fun to me. I don't know.
We like it. I don't know what people
really
didn't like it.
Railjack. People don't like Railjack.
Yeah. All right. The question 7. What interests you most about Warframe? Snags. This graph is weird because it's missing some tags. So, because I want to result. Of course, the people that half of the people like the most of Warframe is the lore and the world build, which we've been singing praises about that in Warframe.
the world, like the world is just so interesting in Warframe.
The uniqueness, but the other chunk, I don't know if it's the quality of life frames of the new, because there is a bunch of tags. Is that the correct tag for the last part, for the last piece?
Yeah, it's quality of life updates, like frame reviews and weapon rebalance, all that kind of stuff.
Yep. Which makes sense. People like new toys. People like the toys to be taken care of. In shiny things, but very interesting that lore and world building it will be the most popular thing. Yeah. You will never see anything close to what Warframe is.
Not at all.
I haven't never seen anything close to what the world that they proposing, what the story and the lore that they proposing, the origin of frames. This is crazy. It's because like it is, and I was thinking about it, it's like a futurist dystopia very well made. It feels natural what happened with Warframe and the state that the war is in, right? You don't feel like you don't go through Warframe and look at it and think about and think like, oh, this doesn't belong here.
Absolutely.
Everything in Warframe makes sense from the lore standpoint. So there you go. That's the big success of the game. It's freaking unique, man. Question 8. What would you like to see less focus on 2021?
Yeah, the winners for this one are
decorating the orbiter is one.
The two winners are at the bottom of the graphs. Is the 30? There are two at 30%, which is gameplay wrinkles and less focus on side activity.
I wonder what I mean by gameplay wrinkles.
I don't know, because I don't think the game has that many things to fix gameplay wise.
Yeah. I wonder what that refers to. I don't know.
Like they're probably referred to like there was a huge focus of ironing out like the gameplay, for example, of Railjack.
Yeah.
That was like clunky and slow.
That
So
kind of thing.
it got reworked to reflect the more fast-paced spirit of Warframe, for example.
But I get the feeling that that refers more to a sentiment from the community, because
It does. It absolutely.
because
this
they
is-
don't realize, but that stuff, it's very important. I think
no,
that the sentiment is like, don't tell us that much about it.
This is absolutely a reflection on how a community feels. This is not a
Yeah.
reflection on what's best for the game.
Yeah.
This is purely just how the community feels.
Yeah, but it feels like it's funny because it's a. I feel like this is just like a backlash of the Warframe devs being super upfront about everything they do in the game. Yeah,
Kind of.
because they are super in front of all the modifications, blah, 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 and people don't care that much about it, even if they should. They just want to hear about the next big thing and the next kill thing and the next frame. And that's
I mean that is a side effect of Warframe being a casual game, if you want to put it in those terms.
yeah,
Just that you can casually enjoy the game.
casually, yeah.
So if you're in that, you casually enjoy the game, you don't want to hear about the rework for the Warframe. You don't want to
Yeah.
hear about Railjack reworks.
Yeah.
It's boring stuff.
Yeah.
It is important. Like,
It is super
fundamental
important.
for the
It's
game.
like super relevant.
But
That's
this is
the sort of
more-
thing that we look and say that, yeah, this
Yeah,
that's cool.
and the next one, like less of a focus on the side activities. Yeah, if you're not spent a lot of time, the side activities don't matter.
Yeah, correct.
If you spend a lot of time on the game, the side activities
Doesn't matter a
what
lot.
you spend most of the time on,
Yeah.
which is farming stuff. Like that's the side
Yeah.
activity. I
Yeah,
don't know.
correct.
That's
Correct. Yeah.
So-
So yeah. See, I see. This is like a sentiment of the casual audience of Warframe.
yeah,
Very
which
funny.
fair enough.
Yeah.
You have to take it with a grain of salt.
Yes, correct. So the question 9: how likely would you like to recommend Warframe to a friend, family member, based on your experience in 2020? So how is the rate from 1 to 10? To 10 is I will recommend it. 1 is not
Yep.
recommended. Yeah.
Yep.
It looks pretty good. People will recommend Warframe to everybody. We'll recommend Warframe to everybody.
It's free.
It's free.
It's a good game.
Yeah,
it
it's
may
a
not
great
be your
experience.
thing.
Yeah, it's unique, and you will not see anything else like it. It's a unique,
Yeah.
not only visual experience, but gameplay experience-wise.
It's free. You can try it out.
Yeah,
Put a couple of hours into it. If it is not your thing, that's okay.
yeah, correct.
But it's free. And it's really, really friendly free to play. So
Correct.
why not?
Super friendly, free to play. Yeah. We have spent some money in Warframe, but the only reason why I spend some money in Warframe is because we feel that they deserve it, right?
100%.
Yeah. All right. Question 10. Where is the graphic? All the way down. If you were to remove or rework one thing of Warframe, what will it be? Oh my God, Railjack is the winner. Poor
told you
Steve. I feel bad by Steve.
Dude, I really like Railjack. But there is one thing that I agree with them. And
Yeah.
is that Railjack needs more. By
Needs
that meaning, it needs more mission types.
Yeah.
And it needs more tiles.
Okay. So
Because that really hurts the Railjack experience.
Yeah. And then right behind Railjack, we have PvP, of course. Everybody wants to remove PvP. Then behind that, we have the ribbon system, which I don't know what people just like it doesn't like. I find it funny is that system is so irrelevant. It's a great I'm gonna say this, and like I find the river system very convenient for free-to-play players because you can just sell your rivers to get a little bit of platinum.
Oh,
Right?
but not. You know why the people who don't like it don't like it?
Why?
Because they feel like they feel like they need driven. Because they see all these content creators with
Doing
these
it
crazy overpowered builds using Riven all the time.
Man,
So the people who haven't really invested like a lot of time in understanding how a game functions,
yeah.
they feel like they're not getting anywhere if they don't have the OP super god roll Riven, which is not the case at all.
It's not the case at all. Like I don't have a single Riven in any of my builds, and I do like the 90%, 90 to 95% of all the content with Riven easy.
Yeah, so it's that's what that Riven hate comes from, and it has always been there. But I just think it's worsened by the content creator effect.
Yeah, all right, the content creator figure, right? Fair enough. And then at the end is the grind. People want to remove the grind of Warframe, but why?
That's very stupid.
Yeah. Why do you want to remove? Like, I'm not against catch-up systems, as we were discussing once. That I'm a little bit behind on some.
Yeah, I mean, Warframe would benefit from catch-up systems in some of the older reputation.
Correct. Yeah.
But but there is really, as we said before, there's really nothing to catch up in Warframe.
Yeah, there is no reason. Like, I could sit down and do the reputations, and when they're done, and that's it. Yeah, come on. Right?
There is no catch-up because there is no place to get in Warframe.
Yeah, correct. But I can play like all the other content without those reputations. They're not killing me.
and even if you want something from the later levels on the reputation, you're like, okay, it's a weapon that you have to farm for. It's gonna take days. Yes, it's gonna take days.
Yeah.
But that weapon, that frame, that is hidden behind the reputation.
Yeah.
Is not the be-all, end-all of the game.
Correct. That's the thing, right? Like that's what. Technically, you can play 100% of Warframe with the Excalibur that they give you in the tutorial.
Yes, you can.
Right? Technically speaking, like if you're gonna brass tacks.
Yeah.
There you go. So
yeah, but it's more. Yeah, it could benefit from it. Maybe I don't really think it needs it. It's fine. Just do the grind. It's not that bad.
All right.
Put your time.
Yeah, that was an interesting thing.
It was very interesting.
Very, very cool. Like it's fun to see all these like of this community sentiment towards the game.
Yeah. It's basically that.
I feel funny because we read, like, it's funny that you and me read the community and read what the game is trying to do much more clearly than the majority of people, right? And we're grateful of what they're trying to do as in Warframe as a product and as a game, and we appreciate deeply the honesty which the development team proceeding with this game and the huge thing, but the community is the community. Yeah.
I mean, it is just. I don't think that they don't appreciate it. It's just. This is just an expression of like the visceral feeling that they have for the game.
Yeah, correct.
And we all have that visceral explosion of feelings about Warframe.
Yeah.
It's just that, like, what we do here is just sit down and talk about it. We think past the feeling.
Yeah, correct.
If everyone does it a little bit, they will probably arrive at similar conclusions, or maybe something different. But
yeah.
But this is a reflection of the feelings about the game, more like how people feel about the game.
Correct.
Which it's something very important to be honest.
Yeah, to have in mind. Yeah. Because clearly Raidjack has been a controversial thing for the community and the game. But like
Raidjack was in this weird position that it was released with the bare minimum to work.
Yeah.
But that and we knew that was gonna be the case. It just took too long to get new stuff that it hurt the perception that the players have of Raidjack.
Yeah. And as we said,
basically
like,
what happened.
First impression is always important. So
Yeah, but they like BE was super straightforward when they released Railjack that this is the first version. Just be patient. That it's gonna have a lot of changes, which it has. It basically has had like 3 major
rewards.
previews.
Yeah.
And it's gonna have another one coming soon.
Yeah. So hopefully
Railjack was released in a really raw state.
Yeah, hopefully in a year's time this will change and Railjack will be in a better position.
I really think that more than being clunky, what Railjack needs is more content.
Fair enough.
That will alleviate that, because all the problems feel
exacerbated,
amplified.
Yeah.
When you have one type of mission that you're playing again and again and again, like start seeing the flaws in Railjack more clearly.
Yeah, I agree.
You can hide those behind more diversity of mission and tile sets and enemies, for example.
Yeah.
It gets kind of diluted, and then it's more palatable if you want.
Fair enough. I get it. Warframe is a great game, guys. Go play it.
It is a great game.
That's what we said. All right, finally. Why are tanks suffering in Shadowlands? I love this meme. I love this meme that you sent me.
It's amazingly funny.
Yeah, I agree 100% with this meme. I actually prefer to do a longer queue to play as DPS in this expansion.
It's not bad. It's just.
All right.
The problem is that the dungeons in Shadowlands are very technical.
Yes.
So I have the feeling that pogging dungeons in Shadowlands it's more difficult because all the dungeons require more finesse. You can brute force less of the encounters and less of the trash in the dungeon.
That's exactly the feeling that I was having recently with this thing. But it was like you have to be careful what you pull. You have to be careful with the interactions of the mobs and that sort of stuff. You cannot commit that many mistakes without suffering. And it's a lot more. Like I remember pogging like tank in BFA, and it was like, as long as I know the route, the rest is irrelevant. And in Shadowlands, it's a little bit more complex than that.
Think about it. Like this is the third major expansion where we have Mythic Plus.
Yeah.
So the Legion dungeons were fairly
simplistic,
old schoolish dungeons where trash is very trashy.
Yeah.
And the boss encounters are more relevant.
The important thing. Yeah, correct.
BFA move a little bit away from that in like making the trash more punishing.
Yeah.
But it wasn't super bad. Like as long as you could pull the right stuff and as you just mentioned, follow the like a nice route.
Yeah.
You'll be fine.
Yeah.
But Shadowlands is moving a little bit further away from that. That now we have trash mobs and trash pools that are just hard to control.
Yeah, correct. They lose
that requires a lot of coordination of we need to focus kill this, but all these mobs need to interrupt it.
Yeah.
It's very technical. You need to, we're gonna CC that one and we're gonna pull this apart. It's very technical in that sense.
Correct.
Which means that for pogging, it's very punishing.
Yeah. Yep.
For example, Spires of Ascension is a perfect example of that for me in my head. Yeah. Because it's a very linear dungeon. Like you don't have many options for how to pull the dungeon.
Yeah.
But a lot of the trash packs
are super little and difficult to control.
Super dangerous if you don't know how to handle them.
Correct. Yeah.
So for example, right before the second boss, there is a trash pack that has one enemy, one enemy of each type in the dungeon.
Yeah.
Which means that it has like you need a lot of interrupts, you need a lot of CC, you need a lot of control over the pipe.
Yep.
And on top of that, you have the affixes, which means you need a lot of kiting, you need to know what you're doing.
Yeah, correct.
Which makes it just way more difficult.
Yeah. I've been super scared to pug anything. Like, I've been pugging low keys as a DPS just to like kind of make my IO thingy climb up, but I'm being very scared to pug anything above 10.
I don't mind pugging as a DPS because my job as a DPS is just to not fuck it up and kill stuff. But also, tank, like inherently, as we have said before, the role of tank is a leading role in dungeons.
Correct.
So whenever you get into a pug group, the tank is by de facto leader of the group.
Correct.
like he's the one who's in charge of pulling. He's the one in charge of making the route,
the speed that we're going, how much is it going to be pulled, where are we going. Yeah.
the tank is 100%, or it is expected to be 100% in charge.
Yeah.
So it feels really like
it's really stressing.
it is. I like it a lot, but pugging is just it just becomes, since people put all this responsibility on the tank, it becomes this cesspool of just toxicity.
Correct. Yeah.
Because then any small mistake that anyone makes, it's the tank's fault.
It's the tank's fault.
Because you didn't know how to stay alive. And like, for example, people didn't realize that that tanks are taking a lot of damage this expansion.
Correct.
A lot of to a point that basically they nerf the amount of damage that tanks are taking across the world.
Correct. Because the thing is, like, they were taking so much damage that the most efficient tank are the ones that were just kiting mobs around to try not to take damage from them.
That's still the case, but even for them, it was basically like at some point you were just running away from them. Completely. Yes. So people were being, you're a trash tank because you cannot survive, and they didn't realize. Like, people don't realize that. Okay, it's not only surviving; is that to survive a lot of this trash, you need to be aware of your cooldowns, and sometimes even be aware of your healer cooldowns, for example, and line them up. Yeah. So, but in pugs, that's very hard. So people end up saying, "You're a trash tank because you die." I don't know. You freaking interrupt something.
Freaking interrupt something.
No, it's the same thing. Like again, since for example, the trash is so technical. Yeah. It requires people to be aware of the interrupts and what things can be interrupted,
and what is the important mob. Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
And coordinating those things in a pug is so hard. Like, if people, you could get an amazing pug where people just know what they're doing. Yeah. They know which mobs to focus. They know which enemies to interrupt, and it can go fine.
But that's not the case in general.
but that's not 90% of the experience that you're gonna have in a pug.
Yeah.
And on top of that, like some people even expect the tank to put markers on the enemies that the DPS should focus.
What?
That's okay. You want the tank to pull, mark enemies, CC, interrupt.
Know where they're going, know the routes, know how much trash they have to kill to make the percentage, know how to control an enemy and a boss, know what mechanics of the boss are important so they don't explode. Is this too much? That was when I saw this, my big question is is the game putting too much responsibility on a tank?
If you're in a coordinated group, no.
Okay. So is this a problem in pugging most of all?
This is a problem. This is absolutely a problem in pugging. If you're in a coordinated group, you can talk to the people and tell them, okay, we need to focus this and interrupt this.
And I feel
or someone can tell, and it's not fine.
Yeah. But I feel that it's more exacerbated because of the point of the expansion that we are now. We're just beginning the expansion, so we don't have
we
power
kind
level
of are at the
to
beginning of the expansion,
yeah.
but we are already deep into the raid, for example.
Yeah.
So it's not that we're under gear for the content anymore.
Yeah, but we are not over geared for the content. That was my point. Like I feel like in the past expansion, because we are at the end of the expansion, tanking anything was super easy, barely any inconvenience.
Yeah, okay, but that's a very specific, like, your end of the expansion.
Yeah.
Tanking. Which means that you're absolutely, completely over geared.
Yeah, exactly. So that makes the problem a lot more.
Right now, it's just properly tanking. It's just the right difficulty.
Yeah. So is this is a problem, like, because I've seen you explode in the raid more often than not, and I was wondering, is just tanking in this expansion difficult in general? Like, you've been punished a lot.
Difficult. To refer prod pallies. Okay, that's more a fault of me. Sometimes I miss my cooldowns, and sometimes, by the way that my tank is built, it requires to stay still, so I'm very vulnerable if I'm moving around.
Okay.
Because a lot of my mitigation comes from consecration, which is the big pally AoE yellow thing.
Yeah, the pool in the floor, yes.
Yeah. So since basically my pally build is very aggressive, most of my mitigation comes from staying in consecration. Which means that I have a very small area of movement. So if I have to reposition, I can be very vulnerable.
Yeah, because it's been funny. I've seen you, like, when tanking in the race, I see you like randomly just go from 100 to 0.
That's also been like there has been a couple of nights where we've been missing one or two of our main healers.
All right. Yeah.
And that hurts the tanks a lot.
Fair enough. See,
and also, like, I have no. Seal has a lot of not mitigation, but
he has a stagger.
Yeah. So that's why you don't see his health go that way.
Yeah, and I don't see him randomly explode.
Like healers then can be more reactive with him.
Yeah.
Sometimes with me, you have to, like, with pally tanking, you have to be a little bit more preemptive.
Fair enough. Yeah.
Especially because one of our main healers is a disc priest,
which they are supposedly to be preemptive in terms of.
They are preemptive healers. They're not
reactive ones. Yeah.
Reactive.
I don't know. Is it tanking in this expansion hardcore? I haven't tanked that much. And
it is challenge. It definitely feels like things are hitting hard, but I don't think it's that bad. I've been enjoying tanking a lot this expansion.
Fair enough.
Because it was very challenging. You have to.
And it was weird because, like, when I fill up, this one of the times that I was trying to fill up as a tank, in the raids, I have some problems with connection, so that's not accountable. The other one time that we tanked this boss, it was like super easy. At least I feel it like not that complex to do it. At least in my Broad Warrior, but in other fights it's a lot more complex because you have to be a lot more aware of your big cooldowns and sort, and when the big damage is coming, which is normal for tanking. But is it? Yeah, I don't know. At least in raid doesn't feel that different.
No, I mean raid tanking is a little bit easier than
Mythic Plus tanking. Would you say that?
Mythic Plus tanking.
Yeah.
Also, you have to take into account that I'm one of the raid leaders, so I have to pay attention to what everyone else is doing. That takes a lot of focus away from
you surviving. I wonder if it's not better to give those responsibilities to one of the DPS. We don't do much.
That's why there are a lot of us.
Yeah.
But still, like making calls while doing progression on a walls while tanking, it's more difficult than some DPS classes, not all of them. That's why, for example, a lot of raid leaders play hunters.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah. They're super flexible. They can still do their DPS and do a lot of things.
They can help with the mechanics.
Yeah, and
for
they
example,
can help with the mechanics.
Tanks cannot, like, we have our own mechanic.
Yeah, right. So yeah, tanking in this expansion is involved, I will say. And bugs is bad. Like the question is should Blizzard do something to make tank bugging easier beyond all the nerfs that they already did?
I don't think so. Like, because Mythic Plus in my head should be assigned for coordinated groups.
I agree.
And like, people are gonna bug it, yeah, but it shouldn't be assigned for that.
And that in top of that, I've seen a lot more pugging when they require you to have Discord, which I think is a good thing.
Yeah,
in the long run.
But no, it's like that's why we have normal and heroic dungeon.
Yeah.
But no, Mythic Plus should be the pinnacle of dungeon content.
Yeah.
It should be assigned for coordinated groups.
Correct.
It isn't like is it hard, for example, to poke heroic raids? Yes, it is super hard because it's not designed for that. It's designed for a coordinated group.
Correct.
Can you queue up for raided battlegrounds, for example? No, you can't. Because again, it is like I appreciate that Blizzard draws the line at some point saying this activity was designed for coordinated group, and that's it.
Yeah.
So I feel like Mythic Plus is that space for Dungeon Con or for 5-man con PvE in World of Warcraft.
Yeah, I agree.
It should be assigned for coordinated groups. I like that the dungeons are technical. I actually like that a lot. It's what makes it fun for me.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, so, well, you can keep crying. I love the meme.
the meme was fun. It was just a really nice. I just put it because I thought it was just a nice opportunity to talk about
intent of design.
Why tanking is. Yeah, well, like what was the intention and should it stay for coordinated groups exclusively? And I do believe should. And if you're gonna pug, pugging comes with a bunch of caveats of you're gonna have to deal with a lot of bullshit
and random stuff, and people don't know what it is or what is not. So
but that's just because it's not designed for that.
Correct. Interesting expansion though. Yeah.
I've really been enjoying tanking Mythic Plus a lot.
Yeah.
It's so much fun.
Poor Lucho tanking on those raids. Sometimes I wish I could help him. It's like I've seen him exploding in some funny situations. I've seen you explode in some funny situations.
Raid tanking is fine.
Alright, fair enough.
I have no problem with raid tanking. I like it.
Yeah.
I still miss my range DPS. I think that's what I like the most, definitely.
The hunter, Beastmaster. You miss your Beastmaster? Yeah. Yeah.
But tanking it's a lot of fun actually.
Fair.
It's such a different challenge in the game.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, that's it for Deep Dive this week. We're gonna move now to our audience questions and feedback. Remember, if you wanna ask us anything or send us a comment or anything, you can leave it here down below on the comments on YouTube. If you're watching us on YouTube, if you're hearing us in any other platforms that we are, you can send us your questions to our Twitters at Luis G. Polanco for Lucho and at Daglon Gamer for me. and send us our questions there, or if you know any other way to contact us through the email or through any other social platform that you see us around it, you can leave a question there. We have Facebook, we have Discord, etc. So there you go. So first question of the week is, what other original IPs would you like to get a tabletop RPG? What would you like the tabletop RPG for? Which, StarCraft?
Wouldn't that be like a Warhammer 4K tabletop RPG?
You're right.
I think it already exists.
And then I was
a tabletop RPG, but it's close enough.
Then I was gonna say like World of Warcraft, and then the answer to that is like, have you ever played D&D? Yeah. Oh man, so what original IP would you like a tabletop RPG to be based?
Very good question.
I was thinking about The Division.
Oh,
yeah, that would be a super interesting, like, post-apocalyptic tabletop RPG.
That would be a very interesting. Yeah.
I did it.
That'll be interesting. That'll be very interesting.
Because as far as I know, I don't know any good successful purely post-apocalyptic tabletop game that is mainly focused on action, because what tends to happen is you take one setting and then you put it into a post-apocalyptic setting.
Yeah.
Right? But I don't in this generally the ones that are popular and that I know are Cyberpunk and this Dystopia, which is one is the futuristic one with all the enhancements and that sort of stuff is more focused on transhumanism, and the other one is more focused on socialism critique in a post-apocalyptic future where you have clones and you get replaced by clones and you're doing shady stuff, right? But they're not focused on action, and that's the selling point of The Division. This post-apocalyptic future when it's focused on action and combat and that sort of stuff, and mission planning and that sort of stuff.
That would be very interesting.
There you go.
like an action horror.
Yeah.
Or not horror.
No. The Division is more suspense action.
That's suspense action.
Yeah.
That'll be pretty cool.
When you have to go into the place and then do this mission, and how do you approach it, and you have all these technological thingies, and how do you approach the gunfight?
Oh, that'll be cool.
I'm just talking about The Division. We played that game.
No, I know, but like I was thinking, so now your skill trees are like all the gadgets that you have.
Yeah, absolutely, all the gadgets and the proficiencies that you will have. So you will have like personal proficiency if you are a sniper or a heavy or that sort of stuff, and then you have the gadget accessibility and tree development of the gadgets. If you have this gadget, you can make it better to whatever job you're doing with it.
That'll be very interesting. Yeah.
Super interesting, right? There you go.
I like that idea a lot.
You like the idea? Yeah. And it's my frustration because I opened The Division and I was like, this game is great. So I started playing a hardcore agent, and after 3 hours of playing it, I died to a crash, and then I was sad.
Oh, sad time.
Yeah, and I was like, goddamn, why do you do this to me, Ubisoft?
Yeah, that's bullshit.
Yeah, and you know how the game is buggy sometimes. In some updates are more buggy than others, so
it happens.
Yeah. Like you don't care in hardcore, in softcore, but when you're playing in hardcore,
yeah, no,
absolutely,
that's
absolutely
literally a killer bug.
Yeah, literally a killer bug. So and don't get me wrong, the hardcore idea, like, and I was thinking about it when you put this question, is because the hardcore idea is a very interesting one, right? In The Division, because you feel the tension of the You feel the tension of the fights. You're playing a little bit
Yeah.
more. You're a lot more careful when you're going into a complex situation. And it gives a good layer. But the reason why that's still in beta is because they have that kind of killer bugs. They're still in beta after almost a year of releasing the feature.
Yeah.
Because they still have that instability in the game. So
No, it makes absolute sense.
yeah, I don't know. I wonder if it's good to have the disconnect assurance, but that can be like there is a thing in Path of Exile that fixes this kind of problem. If you get disconnected, and they have kind of a disconnect assurance, right? So if you disconnect in the middle of the thing, you have a lot more chance to not get killed because the disconnect is almost automatic and they instantly transport you to a safe location, unless they like super burst you, which is generally not the case if you're playing hardcore. You actually are a lot more tanky than normal.
Yeah.
They disconnect, and they have a lot of the streamers, if you've seen them playing Path of Exile, they have a macro to disconnect when they feel like super in a dangerous position. So that's the cheating part of it, that you have a macro to disconnect and avoid.
That you can now use the disconnection.
Yeah. But it makes the player feel a lot more assured, and that does not guarantee that you randomly die, right? Because I've seen a streamer playing and then get it exploded. But
it's a really feel bad moment though.
Yeah, but they generally don't die to disconnections, and that makes it feel secure in them playing hardcore. That if they die, they are 100% their fault. Even if they didn't realize it, so don't like it happened. Like you are so concentrated doing whatever you're doing that you don't realize that you have to hit the save my life macro, and you just die. And that's the fun of hardcore, right? Yeah. So a system like that could work, but with the risk of that people could abuse the disconnect macro to save their characters from that in a dangerous situation.
It may be worth it though.
Yeah, it may be worth it, especially I would like to see that feature of the Division 2 completed, because it gives the game a totally different feeling. Makes the game feel more dangerous.
I know what you mean.
Yeah.
Any
other tabletop RPG you wanna see made from a game?
An Overwatch 1 could be interesting.
Yeah, when you made your hero.
But the Overwatch characters, the heroes are very interesting.
Yeah. And the world is very interesting. Very, very action drive, like science fiction.
The Overwatch world is very interesting.
Yeah, that's another good idea. Yeah, it will be a very hero-based. I'll probably base it on Scion, if I could base it in any system.
It's definitely like a hero-based
superhero-based.
For sure.
Yeah, kind of thing. All right, and our second question of this week is there any other games where game systems are poorly presented or explained? And you know.
Yes, a lot.
Yes, a lot. Give me an example.
Warframe is a prime example of
there
that.
We go, yeah. I think we talk about this extendedly in a review of Warframe, in a crazy season episode of Warframe, where we say like, oh my god, it's a lot of poorly explained system of progression in this game.
It is.
Then you have to go and watch a YouTube video. So yeah, the answer is there's a lot more games with poorly explained progression systems.
They can be successful games.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. But that doesn't mean that they're not properly explained inside the game.
No.
Yeah. All right. And that is it, my friend.
That's all for this week's episode. Once again, thanks for tuning in into The Sweaty, the Farmer, and the Game Design. My name is Lucho, and you can find me on Twitter at LuchoPolanco.
And I'm the Long Name Gamer, and you can find me on Twitter at the Long Name Gamer. Don't forget to share, like, subscribe, click the notification bell so you can be notified of these things come up. Otherwise, YouTube will just ignore you. And if you're watching us Even if you're hearing us in any other platforms, don't forget to click the join, follow, and there is another button. We are in so many platforms that there's a different buttons for every platform, and share it with everybody. Tell that this content is great. Send all your feedback and everything that you want to see here. More in this show, I guess. And we love you all. Thanks for supporting us. To all this team, we love you a lot. And thanks for coming to the Sweaty the Farmer and the Game Design. See you next time. Bye.
Bye.
And did you know prickly pears have become an invasive weed in parts of Africa, Australia, and Europa, where they were introduced as ornament plants, fences, and barriers, and for stock feeding, I guess. Yeah. Prickly pears have edible fruit known as cactus fruit, cactus fig, Indian fig, and tuna. Cactus fruit, and are mainly red in color. Although their varieties include yellow, orange, and green, they are high in vitamin C. I wonder if these are the same cactus that they drink in Avatar. You ever watch the high cactus?
Yeah. No.
You can get high on prickly pear's cactus juice.
Probably not. The red fruit or pear of this cactus are also known as tuna, for whatever reason.
I know, right?
And prickly pear are the state cactus of Texas.
Whoa. Okay.
I know. Pack rats often build dens at the base of this plant, which then provides protection from some of its predators.
Rats are intelligent. Mammals.
They are. Pack rats are very intelligent.
Yeah, there you go. Why? I wonder what it's called tuna. I wonder if it looks like a tuna or if it smells like
tuna. It may
tuna.
look like tuna flesh.
Yeah, because it looks like tuna flesh. Yeah, that makes sense.
Like the color, maybe? I don't know.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, it's weird. It's a weird thing. You know, weird plants. But yeah, there you go. Cactus give fruit. Who knew?
And the cactus is that specific one is the state cactus of Texas.
It's just because it gives fruit?
Because it's Texas.